Hey, Penny. Hello, good girl. How are you? How are you? Oh, you extra squeaky tonight? Yes, you are. Got your food right here. And there you go, darling. Enjoy your meat puck, as per usual. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Getting back to the good ship Lucky here. I'm gonna get hunkered down for the evening. Just drop my little girl back with her mom. I'm actually gonna have to get onto my phone here in a minute and book a couple hotels in the next cupping. Yeah, wow. Nope. Everybody just calm down. Nothing's being cupped. Holy Dinah. You have to book a couple hotels coming up here the next couple weeks. There's some scheduling that's interfering with certain things, so I'm gonna have to I can't. All right, let me just rewind, start this again. Maybe this will help. No, that's just water. Anyways, some scheduling conflicts coming up for her mom in the next couple weeks, and I'm gonna have to have the Pirate Princess overnight. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, you have to find a place to go to do it. That's becoming a little bit of a thing in the back of my head these days, and I don't know. Let's just say I'm giving it a lot of thought. But that is neither here nor there, and very much so a future Matthew problem. Right now, I stopped at the UPS store. I got a package in the mail through Canada Post. It is from, it doesn't say, but it's from New Maryland, New Brunswick. So we'll get to that in a moment. I need to do a little bit of tidying up here. We had dinner at my cousin's house tonight, and I utilized being there to charge up my Ryobi batteries because I need my vacuum. All my batteries were dead from our last camping trip, and we got a little bit of a schmutzy situation happening up here. Oh yes, also this, look what I found at the store. KFC craft dinner. So obviously we got to give this a try in this entry of the vlog. That and the green Lucky Charms cereal, because, well, we're adults and we can do whatever we want. Those are both for tomorrow though. For now, move your poop bucket, and yikes. Yeah, this is the situation. I got out of control while we were camping, and it's just from all of the schmutz that was on my shoes as I was coming in from the campground just because it was so rainy. So I got this bad boy. We have a charged battery somewhere. I just had it out here. Maybe I didn't take it out of the bag. Reach into the crevasse. And pull out a battery. So this is what I'm going to start with. Just getting the front area of the tiny home a little bit more tidy before it gets too late. And this just sounds even more obnoxious from the outside. Look what the universe returned to me through this whole process. This stupid thing, which if you don't know what this is, well, make sure you have notifications turned on and that you're subscribed so that you never miss a Vanlife Plus episode. We got paper clips for that now. So this is garbage. Away with you. You bother me and you dead weight. So now we got this all tidied up. We're gonna take our vinegar as usual. Give the floor a little spritz. Probably enough spritz, my goodness. Some paper towel and a quick scrub, and then this can stop living in my head rent-free. And it's quality content, but I need the light from my phone to see what I'm doing up here right now. I could have cut it in editing, but I didn't. All right. Tiny home living. Where's your paper clip? All right, that is as spick and span as it needs to be. Weight off my shoulders. Area is nice and clean again. Breathe a sigh of relief. When did you make it up there? Hello. All right. Anyway, so before we get to the, well, next day at this point, because honestly, once I'm done here, it's going to be Walmart walk, empty the tank, and then just get ready for bedtime and try and get some rest. And we'll get to everything tomorrow. Yes, I'm losing my train of thought. Clearly, I'm very tired. Should not have pushed record when I am this tired. But let's see what the fine folks over in New Maryland, New Brunswick sent. There's no, there's no from tag on the outside other than that, but it's written in pen, so it's personalized. It's a very well taped and presented box. Yeah. Well, I almost got all of the tape sliced properly. Hello? What do we have in here? Oh, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Uh-oh, Penny. I believe these might be for you. Tantalizing turkey. Want some of these? Not right now? Save them for tomorrow? We can both have treats at the same time? Sounds like a plan. Oh, careful, that's a book. Don't rip that. Hello. Oh, very cool. Animals of New Brunswick coloring book. Thank you very much. She's almost through her Pirate Princess book. So this will come in very handy. That's some pretty nice artwork. Look at that. That's a fisher. Get it. There's going to be a multicolored fisher very soon. Now, is there a card in here, though, that says who this is all from? Oh, there's candy. Oh, the original chicken bones? I was like, maybe that's for Penny. Chicken bones. But nay, spicy cinnamon-flavored candy with bitter chocolate center. There's a whole bunch of words in there that really just turn a person off. Spicy and bitter. I don't think I've ever had these, actually. We'll give those a try. You know what? That's what we'll do, Penny. You can have a temptation tomorrow, and I'll have a chicken bone, but it's too late for either one of those right now. I'm just wondering if there's a card or a from tag in here. This person really wanted me to have chicken bones. If not, Lindsay's getting a bag of it. Is it? Oh, there's a couple more. There's the card. Okay, hang on. But at this point, we'll do the card last. There's a couple little small things in here. What is this? What is this? Ooh, that's for you. Fresh. Do you want an eggplant? We're doing great. Would you like an eggplant cat toy? Come here. I'm gonna put this here. You do something about it. Oh, you gonna come smell it? Yeah, no, not so much, eh? I don't know what's. Is this for you too? You kind of. Wow, some people's kids. Wonder how well the mic just picked that up. She's like, leave me alone, stop talking. Is this a cat toy too? Oh yeah, it must be. It's crinkly. How about this one? You want the big floof one? If we hear crinkling start, we know she liked it. All right, let's see who sent us all this kind stuff. There come the crinkles. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff in here. We got a sticker for New Brunswick with a lobster and a whale tail on it. It's the second best kind of whale tail. All right, or is it a postcard? I'm trying to open it, but I don't think it opens. I think it might be a postcard, darling. Don't waste any more time trying to open it, Matthew. It is one sheet of material. This is from Lucille Oulet and Bernard. I hope I pronounced your last name right, my dear. I'm going to read this. Oh, here it is. She says, hello, Matthew. First, a disclaimer. My first language is French, so there's going to be mistakes. I love being prepped. I've been watching your videos for over a year, and now have my husband watching them too. That must be you, Bernard. How you doing, sir? Your wife has impeccable taste. We are both in our 60s, and we really enjoy them and your sense of humor. Every day between 9 and 9:30 p.m., I check to see if you have posted a new one. Turn on notifications, you won't have to check. Just saying. You will find a few things with this letter. My son lived in Edmonton, I won't hold it against him, for a few years, and one thing he missed was the Ganong chicken bones. Oh, that's from your way. Makes sense. You sent them to me. My brain! I hope you will like this candy made in New Brunswick. Brooklyn will be able to learn about the animals that live in my province, and of course, there's a little something for Miss Penny. I always like to see Miss Penny and find her meow to be quite different. You are a little bit of a unique snowflake, aren't you? I guess my cat doesn't understand her since there is no reaction when she meows. Maybe that's because your cat only understands French and Penny is meowing exclusively in English. We will never know. Besides following people for crafts, you were the first one for everyday life. Keep them coming, and maybe one day I will be able to see a video of you and Lucky in New Brunswick. Kendrick says hello to Miss Penny. That is her kitty cat. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I do appreciate you taking the time to write. That is the postcard that was sent. It's very pretty. I appreciate that so very much. It's very thoughtful for somebody to take the time to set aside to pack a box or a bag or what have you for us, just from the shenanigans that we present to you on these YouTube videos. All right, and with that being said, I'm going to get on with my evening, and we're going to catch up in the morning. Good morning to you too. Guessing what you want. The easiest guess in the world, isn't it, Penny? Give me a second, darling. There you go. Today's menu: turkey and salmon entree with a camera that doesn't like to focus. All right, Miss Pete, incoming. Get your day started. For somebody like me who enjoys cooler weather, we're actually getting a little bit of a resurgence of warmer weather right now. It's nothing crazy. You don't need the air conditioner or anything, but it's enough to have to keep wearing shorts for the next couple days. Actually, I say couple days, but I think tomorrow actually takes a bit of a dive and then we go back up. It's like it's fall in Alberta or something. I also just realized if I want to make that craft dinner later, I'm gonna need a pot. And in making that realization, I'm reminded that I've actually gone through 2 different pots so far since I've been in Vanlife. The most recent one was that collapsible Sea to Summit one that I had, the red one, with the, I'm guessing, aluminum bottom on it. And that thing just, the silicone unfortunately did not stand the test of time. It's one of those pots that it would fold in on itself, which is great for van life in terms of storage, of course. But yeah, the actual silicone ended up breaking and it was like super easy to just tear it right in half. So not ideal for a pot you need to hold a lot of water. And my other one is I had a Jetboil one sent to me by a subscriber a couple years ago, actually. Was it a couple years ago? I can't believe I've been doing this for almost 3 full years. That's crazy. But I had a little bit of an accident where I ended up sort of melting the lid and the sides got all yuck. I still have it, but I think it got offloaded into a box of stuff when I was rebuilding the van this past winter when I was out in BC. So I'm pretty sure it's in a box out there. So my first thought was like, you know what, I'm gonna rip down to Craze Outdoors and see what they have available. But I got the whole rig hooked up right now and we're gonna leave the Walmart parking lot for the day. I think instead of doing all of that other running around, going to Craze and whatnot, I might just see if there's some sort of cheap stainless steel option when I'm in Hotel Walmart, which is the next step of the morning, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. Gorgeously clear sky. All right, well, it covers literally every cooking surface that I have. Forgot that I'll probably be using induction. Well, I guess I could use the Jetboil stove today, but it's nice to know that the pot is future-proof. All right, well, looks like the universe at least has my back in one way. No Coca-Cola Oreos to be found. This is probably a good thing. I think it's all about how I step. If I more ninja walk, I can kind of make them shut up. As soon as or who knows, maybe it's the kind of flooring. All right, moving right along. All right, so we got everything here. I also needed butter, of course, for the craft dinner, and milk. I still have some of my Dutchman dairy milk left, but I honestly don't remember when I bought it. It might not be good anymore. Who knows? We'll give it a quick sniff test. Penny, you all sorts of blown out. The one thing that's a little confusing about this is I'm pretty sure when it comes to induction cooktops, it has to be some sort of magnetic, right? So this thing says it's aluminum, and I know, like I mentioned, my old pot, the collapsible one, had an aluminum base, and it did not work on the induction cooktop. But this does say encapsulated aluminum base, so maybe it's encapsulated in something magnetic. Hey, stop. Listen to me, Mr. or Mrs. Expert on induction cooktops or all things metal alloys. Zip it. This video was filmed a long time ago and it's just now coming out. Chances are I've figured it out, but I appreciate you all the same. Okay, more importantly, if we're going to be eating craft dinner later, we better stop delaying eating this thing of Lucky Charms. Otherwise we're not going to have enough room and our tummies are going to hurt from all the nonsense. Yes, I'm aware of it. Boom. All right, so pick these up in, was it Belmont? I can't remember now. I'm not 100% sure. But we were out there, we were camping, a little town. These were in the candy store. It doesn't even really smell like Lucky Charms. All right, well, we're here. Ooh. Wait, why is there only yellow and green marshmallows? What a rip. All right, let's see if that Dutchman dairy milk's any good still. Grab it. Thank you. Bring the bucket a little closer. Ooh. Smells fine. This makes it healthy Lucky Charms. Let's just use it up because, yeah. All right. Apparently the big selling feature on this box O Poison is that it's going to turn my milk green. That obviously is not an immediate effect, because it ain't. Well, let's see what happens. Bone apple tits. Oh. Maybe this is because it's past its best before date. Like by a lot. It's no longer best. It's pretty bland compared to regular Lucky Charms, if I'm being honest. Apologies for the chewing. Calm down, you're going to survive. Yeah, that's a big bunch of disappointing. It's not even really turning the milk green, which one could argue is a good thing. Maybe you don't want green milk. But yeah, I'm utterly and completely disappointed. Man, now I'm going to go get a real box of Lucky Charms just to make up for it. That's all right. At least we'll have room for that craft dinner, which at this point probably won't even taste like KFC. Lies. It's all lies. I mean, of course I finished it because I'm not a savage. All right, let's get this rig on the road. Got our Revita tea. We out of here. And yes, I know. I'm almost 40, and I'm eating Lucky Charms in my tiny home on wheels in the parking lot of a Walmart. But no, I won't grow up, because then I just end up being as boring as you are. So cheers. Here's to never growing up.
Felt
All right, down here, Fish Creek Park. Not gonna stay here. I don't think I'm gonna move over to another location, but there's washrooms and a nice big garbage bin here. So do a little bit of van life chores before we move on. Good morning. Squirrel to another location. Light just turned on in between my shots. And apparently the toilet is voice activated. What? There you go. Milk bottle. Rinsed. Okay, I've actually just been chilling here since I got back to the van, watching some YouTube videos, looking some stuff up. My Blue Ox tow system is getting a little, I don't know, like loose. So I want to kind of take a look at the bolts. Well, I've been taking a look at the bolts actually, and I don't have a big enough socket to tighten them up, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Just doing regular stuff, right? I'm going to move the rig, but I actually don't think I'm going to move it to a completely different location like I originally said. I might just pull over here a little bit so I'm not right here next to the washrooms basically, but I still want to be able to get a little bit of sun onto my solar panels just so we are keeping our house batteries tippy top. So that's what we're going to do. If there's room for us over here, the whole damn rig. What do you think, Penny? We're going to be able to make it fit? She could give a shit. All right, so I figure if I pull it around like this and then we swing her this way, might be able to get her into the sun here and still be able to make an escape. Yeah, there we go. You just don't want to have to back up with the whole rig attached. So there we go. Yeah, Grace is tucked in. We're not hanging out. Excellent. And maybe I might actually deploy my chair and just enjoy the sun for a little bit. Actually, you know what? Put a pin in that. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk around Fish Creek Park just to get my back moving. I haven't taken any of my painkillers today. I'm trying to do my best to not take those as frequently or in the same amount as I have been. But when the pain gets uncomfortable, the pain gets uncomfortable. But moving should help. I actually used to walk a lot more frequently when I first started my van life. Obviously that was before back surgery, and the argument could be made that I should be doing it even more now than I was then. But it's one thing that I've really always appreciated about making the decision to switch into van life and living in vehicles and whatnot, especially when you're situated in one primary location like I am, right? For a lot of people that get into this lifestyle, they do so because they want to travel, right? And I get that. You live in your vehicle. Why wouldn't you want to just go wherever you want, right? But we all know around here that that's not really my bag. And as much as I would enjoy doing that, that's not what's in the cards for me at this point in my life, and that's okay. But regardless of that fact, simply living in the van, and I talked about this very early on, living in the van has forced me out more than ever before in my life. And I really do appreciate that. I've never spent this much time down in this provincial park my entire life before I lived in the van. I never explored around the outer areas around the city before moving into the van, and I still appreciate that forcefulness of the lifestyle to this day. I mean, I feel like it's forced me to do it, which I appreciate, but I'm sure you could get away with simply squirreling yourself away in a vehicle and staying in one spot in a Walmart parking lot or wherever you might happen to be. And if that's your prerogative, you could do that as well. Because I think a lot of people still sort of assume that there's this athleticism that needs to come along with this lifestyle. It's not the case, right? But any inclination, if you have any, for being outside a little bit more, I think making the decision, or maybe being forced to take up van life, you're going to find a lot of positives in that. At least I do. I just don't seem to be leaning into them as much anymore. Hopefully we can change that. Booked the hotels this morning for the upcoming couple of weekends where I will, well, it's not, one's a weekend, one's during the week, when I will have my kiddo, and they'll just allow us to be a little bit more comfortable and hopefully save a little bit of money, which sounds funny because, you know, you have to pay for the hotel, right? But that's one of those things you gotta have a little bit more freedom to do when you're not locked down with the idea of having to pay rent or a mortgage or whatever, right? And the hotel that I get has a kitchenette, and I'll be able to make us meals and whatnot. That's what I mean by saving money. We're not going out and eating at restaurants, this, that, and the other thing. There's always a lot of stuff rolling around in my head when it comes to my kiddo, obviously. And the more stuff like this happens where I have to get hotels, the more I obviously, logically start leaning into the wonder of, in the long run, would it be cheaper for me to have like a little apartment for moments like that? So I have like a little home base and create space for her. I really hate the idea of renting again. I've been talking a little bit more candidly here on the channel about the future and wanting to get into sticks and bricks again at some point for myself and for my kiddo. And when I say that, when I'm going down those thought tunnels, I'm really wishing it could be owning, right? But that might still be out of my grasp for a few years. So I was like actively avoiding the idea of renting for a very long time. But the more I think about stuff like this, about the hotels and whatnot, maybe it would make sense for a while to have a smaller place that we're renting. What I need to do is just sit down and look at my expenses and what goes out in any given month for all of the extracurricular activities that we do, because I don't have a place like that, right? Always got to be thinking about things, right? Can't just ignore everything. All right. Hey, Penny, you moved to the back. Good girl. Yeah, I don't blame you. A typical September in Calgary fashion, I'm already far too warm for this t-shirt, party shirt combo. I not balance this time of year is always a challenge, which I'd rather have this challenge than just, you know, straight heat all day. A little lighter. Much nicer. More water. That would help too. There's one thing that always bums me out. Like, I know you're never going to get the full force or the full rating of solar panels, but I've got pretty much direct sunlight right now on the panels, and I'm only pulling 105 watts right there. And they're 300 watt panels. I was just up there poking around looking. They're a little dirty, but not that crazy. So anyways, I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna clean them. Actually, I'm just gonna use up, hi Penny, hi. And use up the rest of this, well, I'm not use all of it, but this washer fluid that we got when we were leaving the cusp, and give them a little bit of a cleaning, and just out of curiosity, really, see if that immediately gives me any more power, right? They don't look super dirty, but we'll give them a wipe down anyway. Okay, well, let's see if that has done anything at all. I'm guessing it didn't. I'm going to force quit this. Restart it. That made it much worse. Yo, what? 88 watts. I should have left the dirt on it. Might be time for some new panels. 300 watts. My ass. No, everybody calm down. For those that might be weirded out by that, it's a joke. Obviously, cleaning them didn't actually make it worse, but it didn't make them any better either. Went from 88 back up to 109. Is what it is, I guess. And yes, I do have like tape on my middle panel and whatnot, so that's going to reduce it a bit, but it seems very suspicious that a little bit of tape on the outer edge of one, well, I guess technically all panels, but just one edge of each panel would reduce it by 90 watts. This seems silly. My panels are Renogy, and I've had them for quite a while. So who knows? Maybe it is time to upgrade. We shall see. Future Matthew problem. At least they're getting a little bit of a charge. It's better than nothing. All right, I actually ended up moving the rig over here from there because I don't want to be cooking in the direct sun. It's gotten that warm. And I was going back and forth on how I was going to boil this water, and I think the answer to that is right in the question: boil water. I don't feel like using that much power with my induction cooktop, so we're gonna come back here and we're gonna use the jet boil stove. Actually, as I say that, I don't actually know if there's gonna be enough propane to do that. So we're gonna find out. Who knows? Maybe we'll get switched over to the induction cooktop before this whole process ends. But we're gonna start it with some good old fire. Just close this door. But we don't want the big fat putty tat to escape. And don't worry, darling, I haven't forgot about our treats. Let me just eat some food first. Of course, before any of that, this is all quite the process here. Come on. The pot is in a very protective cover. Wipe out. Excellent. Lid as well. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Let's get our craft dinner. Fill our pot up with water. Hashtag sad day, which reminds me my actual tank under here is empty. To dig that out and take it with us tonight. Fill it up at the good old Safeway, provided they're still offering that service. I think Calgary at this point of filming is still under weather restrictions. All right. Make that as hot as it can be. Maybe we'll even put the lid on it to help it boil a little bit faster and not lose a bunch of our precious, precious liquid gold. I haven't made craft dinner in forever, but it's like riding a bike. Yeah, this was the correct choice for new chair, for sure. Okay, and how hard is this going to be to get out of here? Oh, my multivitamins. Did I take that this morning? I can't remember. I think so. I'm getting old. I'll bring those out for Penny for after lunch. Move what's left of our creamy Dr. Pepper here. We got an empty spray bottle like there. Unhook this. Where are you? There you go. Whoa, everything comes tumbling down. Everything's connected. Really shouldn't be, though. What? Okay, hang on. You come out. Why did you tip over? There's no way. Hey! Oh, did I just break something? It sounded like it broke. Everything's fine. Don't even worry about it. We got our water bottle. Everything is organized. We'll put this back under here. That needs to get cleaned. That can stay there. And close her up. Got it. Most likely have the Jeep when I find myself going to Safeway, so we will put this bad boy in here. There we go. Getting organized. Oop, this looks like it might be on the cusp of boiling. Nope, it's not on the cusp. It is boiling. All right, KFC craft dinner, which is really just whatever's in this thing. Let's get serious. All right, I'm gonna need something to stir that with, though. All right. Keep her moving, keep her moving. 6 to 7 minutes? Let's get it. Boiling some noodles. Going to the side of the cargo van. Fortunately, we're definitely not level. I keep trying to... Oh, that's not ideal. But yeah, this won't stay. Let's turn that down a little bit. Every time you make craft dinner, this always happens. I know the whole trick with like putting a wooden spoon across it and whatnot, but also turning it the F down gets the job done as well. Some people's kids. Right, let's not forget our extra ingredients here. We need the milk. Oh, I must have already pulled the butter out. I did. On top of the poop bucket, of course. All right, bring these items out here. 1, 2. Let's see how, oh, getting a little excited. How much time we got left on our timer? Woo! Perfect. Test those noodles. They're getting close. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Turn that heat way down. I always like to keep it on just a little bit. Let's get rid of this. All right. Now we get a splash of milk, which I believe it's supposed to be a 1/4 cup if I'm remembering it correctly. Sure. And then we need butter, obviously. This, I don't know, something tablespoon or teaspoon or something. It's all good for you. Get it in there. Right, now the key ingredient to all of this nonsense. Let's see. Is it actually going to smell or taste like KFC? Probably not. It's got some nice herb and garlic smells to it, though. There we go. Mix that all up. All right, let's see what this tastes like. Give it a shot. I mean, so far, first taste, it just tastes like Kraft dinner with some seasoning on it. Not specifically Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't really know what else I was expecting, but bone apple tits. Hey, at least in the box they give you a coupon for 20% off my next order at KFC. Probably because they knew they'd have to make up for this disappointment. Right. Well, that's okay. In news that I'm sure is shocking to nobody, the two nonsensical products I tried today didn't really live up to any expectation. Oh, actually, now this has been sitting a little bit longer. Might just be the power of suggestion, but you know what else I'm gonna put out there right now? KFC today, nowhere near as good as KFC from 20 years ago. It's fine. All right, well that is all wrapped up and done. As mediocre as it was, it did hit the spot. And now we gotta find a spot in the back, speaking of spots, for our newest Vanlife Plus family member, the pot. I should have plenty of room back here, actually. Open this up. Maybe you open that way, please. Excuse you, me what? How rude. And we didn't actually use up all the propane, so that's cool. It makes me wonder how much power it actually would have taken. Like, it would have used a lot of power using the induction cooktop. But how long would I have been using that power for? You know what I mean? It's not a very big amount of water. I know there's also that other like Instagram or TikTok, whatever the hell you want to call it, way of making Kraft dinner without that amount of water. I think did I do that here on the channel? I cannot remember, but it was a way I didn't mind doing. I've done it a couple times. The first time I did it was a big old failure, but I did it a second time and it was mucho better. All right, that can live in there for now. Excellent. Shove all this back. And yes, I think that is it. Oh, Penny, you want some treats? I'm coming. Penny, Penny, Penny. Hello. You want some of your treats now? You want to give these new temptations a try? Yeah, I bet. Hang on, you stay up here. I'll open these up. I gotta find, where did I put mine? I don't even know now. Here you go. Hang on, I know. You're acting crazy. You're acting stupid bag of temptations. There we go. Is this a flavor you like? Is this a flavor you like? Oh, you betcha. Alright, you have that, and I'm gonna get I gotta find my weird candy chocolate things. Cinnamon chocolate. Where'd they go? There they are. Okay. You stay there. Hang on. You're not getting the whole bag. No way, Jose. Here. Back it up. What's this? You. Keep it in your mouth. All right, my turn. Ooh. Oh, it's very cinnamony. All right, one more for you. There you go. One for me. They're very, very cinnamony. They're called chicken bones. I don't think you'd like them. You want one of those? Want a chicken bone? Just no. That doesn't smell like cat treats. Well, if you like cinnamon, I can see why this would be one that your son would miss if he lost access to it. Now, here's the real test. We gotta see what the chocolate's like, because I'm not usually a big fan of candy coated chocolates unless it's M&M's. Okay. It's not that bad. What do we think? It's very cinnamony, but I don't hate it. And Penny don't hate her temptations either. Thank you again, the girl. Yeah, all right, twist my rubber arm. Salt back in there. All right, one more thing before we get out of here and take off for the rest of my evening with my little girl is I'm gonna get my little Netgear Wi-Fi point thing mounted up here. Now, I talked about this in the last video where this one has an awesome feature where it will stay powered on as long as it's plugged in, and you can take the battery out, which effectively, you know, eliminates the concern of overcharging the battery and having these little lithium guys swell up and become a problem. So I've been using it for about 2 days now, and no problem at all. And the problem is that it is it's plugged into my iPhone cable, and I would like to have access to this yet again. So I dug out this USB, what is it, A? The big one that we're all used to USB-C. I'm hoping this will still work. Do I currently have? Yes, I do. All right, well, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to unplug this, which is probably gonna kill this, because then, yep, no power. All right, swippy swap this. That's gonna kill our fairy lights. That is okay. We will plug this guy into there, and then hopefully this is still enough power to turn this guy on. And it is. Awesome. So I'm gonna let this thing boot up and make sure it's all systems go, and then I'm gonna mount it up with some alien tape, probably out of sight, out of mind, although that will make getting the fridge out more difficult. Not that I do that very often. I suppose we could also mount it up here in case there's any problems. Yeah, it's not the worst, but then I got a wire. Give me a second. All right, so it's all systems go. We are powered up here. So we're just going to take our alien tape, which is, for those that don't know, it's just double-sided tape, but it's really good. Apparently completely washable and reusable, and it's a very high quality tape, unlike whatever the effing scissors these are. There. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cover up this big nasty splooge. That's not actually what it's from, but this is from an old magnet mount for a light from Lucky 1.0. So you can still access the power button if need be, but just reach it in there and going clink. Hello? Clink. Uh-oh. Did I lose power? What happened? Oh no. Inconvenient. What just happened? You had power this whole bloody time, and now you're telling me if I hold down the power button, will I bring you back to life? What? Do I just have the world's worst luck when it comes to these bloody like Wi-Fi point thingies? Like, what's going on here? You just had power. Power the F up, sir. What? Unplug it and plug it back in, and it brought it back to life. All right, well, I'm going to keep my eye on it. Either way, this is where it's going to live, just so that the wire is under control and sort of out of sight, out of mind. Wait, did this do it again? Well, all right then. All right, so I got it booting back up again. The problem is actually where the cable is plugged into. This little guy is not quite sitting in the 12-volt socket I have set up down there very well, so I'll have to keep my eye on that. It's interesting that it worked so well, like it never jiggled loose when it was connected with the iPhone cable, but now this one's acting funny, so who knows? Maybe there's an issue with the USB-A connection on the inside, because this thing was losing power, but the little blue light was still on. So anyway, it's up there now, it's out of the way, and when it works great. We're gonna leave it at that. All right, got the water loaded up. It actually got chilly enough. I was outside with Brooklyn while she was on her scooter tonight, and it got cold. Did I just say that? I'm losing my mind. I needed to put my hoodie on, which I had since I had the Jeep with me, unlike the previous camping trip I was just on. All right, so we got loaded up on water. We also Completed the trifecta. These are those stupid Oreo Coca-Cola, the cookie version. If you missed the camping video, Lindsay and Sadie got a couple of the Coca-Cola bottles. It's the Oreo flavored. It's only 0 sugar, which is bullshit, by the way. Now I figured I'd give the cookies a shot. Ooh, they're terrifying looking. The half and halves. Chocolate and red. As soon as I opened the package, that's all I can smell is Coke. All right. Oh, it says Coke right on it. It says Oreo on one side and Coke on the other. All right. Well, bone apple tits. I wanted to say out of everything new we tried today, these were the best. I was really holding out hope. Those are not good. I don't even notice that, but yep. With popping candy. Because that's what we needed. All right. Well, we tried new things, and now I think it is very, very, very important that tomorrow I eat nothing. Drink lots of water and flush out my system. Because damn. But I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I got to get my luck. I got to get my luck back over to my buddy. I got to get my butt back over to Lucky and hunker down for the night and probably wipe myself off because the temperatures are all over the place. And that hoodie, well, it was keeping me warm. Anyway, moving right along. Until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. But remember that you can't make everybody happy because you're not tacos. And if you're pissing people off, you're probably a Coca-Cola Oreo. You're an expired Lucky Charm.